how's it going? It's Chris, and today we are going to be talking about the top 3 most important things for you to do after you have a spiritual awakening. So a lot of people are waking up these days, a lot more than when my spiritual awakening started in about 2014, and definitely a lot more than the past couple hundred years of history, but we're waking up now. So a lot of people, you might be finding this video, you might have just started to become aware of your spiritual capabilities, the possibility of your psychical abilities, your manifesting abilities, your ability to generate positive emotions from within your body. You might just be learning about all this, and you might be thinking, what are the most important things for me to learn? And that's why you found this video. It's in divine alignment, because what you need to really know is these 3 things. And the number one most important thing after a spiritual awakening is to learn how to trust and let go. So let go and trust means you don't figure it out up here all the time. It means you're okay not figuring it out up here. A lot of people in the beginning of their spiritual awakening journey, they just want to figure it all out. And I'm here to tell you, you can't figure it out. I haven't figured it out yet. Humans do not have the capability of putting that figured outness into words. So you're not going to find it in any books either. You can only find it through your own personal experience. So learning to trust and let go, knowing that there is a divine intelligence that is working through the universe and working through you, working through all the ones you love to get the type of spiritual development that is supposed to happen. So you don't have to worry and you don't have to figure it all out. It's about you letting go and surrendering to the process. So this is the number one thing, is learning to surrender, trust, and let go. When you're experiencing a negative emotion, don't complain and think that you're back on your spiritual journey now from where you were. You're not. You're actually closer. You're getting closer and closer. There's just different obstacles that need to come up and you need to overcome during this journey. So it's actually a beautiful blessing when you're having these moments come up that life is not working in your favor, because it's unwiring a limiting belief in you. So have trust, have faith that everything that is happening for you is actually happening for your highest alignment and your highest purpose. So this is a process that you'll just get better at surrendering as you go through it. And when you don't surrender, the universe, God, source will make you surrender. It will pull things. It's kind of like a dog biting a chew toy. It's like the more we pull, the harder the dog bites in. But if you've decided that you're not letting the dog win that, the dog is not taking that toy. And in this case, the human is the universe and the dog is you. And you're trying to keep that ego attachment. You're trying to attach to that person or that bad habit or whatever it is. And the universe is going to shake you and shake you until you let go. So have faith and have trust that, for one, you will find the way, because it will become more obvious and more obvious. 2, that the universe has got your back with all these situations that are happening, even if it does not feel like that. The second most important thing for you to know and to do when you are on your new spiritual journey is to learn how to understand energy and to not just trust every thought that comes up. You want to go with the energy. You want to go with presence. A lot of people on their spiritual journey, like I was just saying, they want to figure it all out. They want to think about it. They want to think about, oh, was this my twin flame? Oh, what about this astrological sign? What about this thing and how it relates to this and how it relates to that? We don't need all of that. You don't need all of that. All that you need is the present moment. Just be here silently and be with what is here now, and you will be good. From there, you can expand, you can manifest, you can create, you can do whatever you want, but start there. Start with just being able to quiet the mind and get deeply into the present moment. You're going to have thoughts come up during that process, and that's okay. It's not a big deal if thoughts come up. You just observe them. So what you're doing here is you are learning to not identify as your thoughts, because you're observing the thoughts and observing the energy that's creating the thoughts and observing the presence that is guiding your higher intuition. You're observing it all. So a lot of people on their spiritual journey, they get caught up into identifying with their newfound spiritual experiences. They identify with the fact that they're a starseed. They're identifying with all of these different aspects of spirituality, and they're thinking about it all the time, and they're comparing it to mental ideas in their head when they really just need to get into the present moment, just be here now, just settle in. This is the number one thing. It doesn't mean that you're not a starseed. It doesn't mean that that person's not your twin flame. It just means what's important is your spiritual growth, not your twin flame or your soulmate or which star or planet you're from. That stuff does not matter nearly as much as your spiritual growth. So know that your spiritual growth is the most important, not the stories in your head. It's your actual consciousness level raising in vibration, not just you thinking about a bunch of cool stuff and knowing a bunch of cool stuff. The spiritual journey is not about knowing. It's about experience. It's about transitioning through different spiritual experiences and reaching different perspectives and levels of consciousness. It's not about you acquiring more knowledge. Okay? And the third and final tip for going through a spiritual awakening, one of the top 3 things that you should do after you experience a spiritual awakening is learn how to listen to your heart. Whew. I cannot even tell you how important this is and how much my life changed when I started to focus on this. So your heart is a beautiful connection to the divine realms. Sometimes your heart can be upset. You're experiencing lower vibrational energies, and then it's not always so trustworthy. But when your heart is in a high vibrational state and you are present, your heart has all the right info. And you can always ask your heart what you need right now. Sometimes it'll tell you some water. Sometimes it'll tell you you need to go talk to this person and tell them that thing that you're avoiding telling them. Maybe it's going to tell you you need to go get this thing done because you know that you want to get it done and you know you want to create that for the world. Sometimes it tells you go easy on yourself. You need to chill, take a day off. You've been going too hard on yourself, internally or externally. Sometimes we're not doing anything externally, but we're going so hard inside on ourselves. So sometimes we need to take a break from that, even if we haven't been accomplishing that much in our external world. So this is so important, is for you to listen to your heart. Because when you listen to your heart, you start to have mind-heart coherence. Your mind and your heart start to operate on the same level. So you can channel information, you can get into a flow state a lot easier. You can experience feelings of bliss a lot easier. You can know what your higher self is trying to tell you a lot easier. Because when the mind is disconnected from the heart, it's kind of a wild cannon on the loose. But when the mind is with the heart, and the heart is the master, and the mind is serving the master of the heart, as opposed to the opposite, where the mind is the master and the heart is serving the mind. We want the heart to be the master, and we want the mind to serve. We don't want the mind to be the king of the jungle. We want our heart space and our higher self to be the king of the jungle. So these are the 3 top things that you need to know and you need to do on your spiritual journey when you first awaken. Let's go over it again. Number 1 is learning how to trust and let go. If you keep staying in your head and keep overthinking everything, you're never going to really get into the flow of the present moment. You got to trust, you got to have faith, you got to let go. Number 2 is you got to go with the energy, not with the stories. So go with the present energy of the moment, not with the story of your brain that is trying to tell you you're a starseed or you're this or yeah, you're that. Because you might be that, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as much as being present to the moment. So don't let your ego hijack the cool, sparkly parts of spirituality. Make sure you stay present. And number 3 is learning to listen to your heart. So if you listen to your heart, you will find a beautiful guidance system in there that can guide you in so many amazing directions towards your purpose, towards synchronistic events, towards all of that. So thank you for watching. If you are thinking about learning more about this right now and you want to really find a nice community of people that are all about this same stuff, all about helping each other grow spiritually, go to the link in the description and join our free Discord group chat called Unifly Spiritual Academy. It's a free academy where we teach people things about spirituality, get them meditating, doing breath work, energy work, manifesting, all of that. We got it all for you down at that free Discord. So go check that out. Thank you for watching. Tons of more videos coming soon. Peace out.